Okay, we finally got some decent weather. Not terribly hot, it's in the 80s, and humidity is down into below 60%. So I'm able to put a little paint on it. First bit went on good. Looks pretty smooth. I've got a drip right there in the center if you can see it. I can't tell if that was paint or if that was water, so I'm just leaving it alone. This down here is going to get covered with bed liner, not bed liner, but rubber coating. But yeah, I think it's looking pretty good. I'm pretty pleased. It needs some more because I've got to have a pretty heavy coat to be able to get the orange peel out of it, but I'm okay with it so far. All right, there's another, I waited 15-20 minutes, a little flash time. Got real tacky. I'm doing my best to pick bugs out of it, but there's really not much, to be honest with you. You know, I'm learning places where I got through to metal, it doesn't cover as well because the paint's a little translucent. There's one, I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, you can see it. There's one right there. I just got to put the paint to it. I had some body filler right here. See that light spot right there? It was very, very visible, and I put more paint to it, and it's covered good. So I think after this next application, I'll have full coverage. That was a drop. Where is it? Right there. That is a drop, but it's paint, so I'm gonna let it harden, and I'll be able to sand it off, no problem. Very few bugs, which is something you always struggle with when you paint outside. But I took a pin, like a needle. Let's see if I can show you one. There he is right there. Took a needle and picked him out. That'll rub out. I shouldn't show you all this. Man, y'all think it's not a good paint job. Anyway, yeah, it's covered real good. I'm trying to cover all this. That won't show. I'm trying to cover all this without causing runs here. I can handle a run, but I don't want one, and so far I don't have one, so I'm pretty pleased. It's gonna have plenty of orange peel in it, but I'll get that out. But hey, I think it's I'm pretty pleased with that. Okay, finished. Cleaned up all my stuff, cleaned up all my tools. Did not clean up my mess or my floor. Throwing that away. Get another one. But I don't know, man. I'm pretty pleased. As far as I can tell, no runs, at least not yet. I don't see any down that edge. But yeah, man. It's gonna have some orange peel to get out. Obviously, knew that. Can't do it without it. But I'm pleased. This is my first real painting of any sort. I painted a few little parts, even with a gun, but I believe I can live with this. I really put it to it that last coat. So I hope it don't run. Like, I hit places right here real heavy. But as I wet sand, I know I'm gonna be getting that probably a little more so than on a flat. So I wanna make sure I had some. I hope I've got enough, but turn some lights on so you kind of see them in it. How about that? Spot where I can see some metal through, that's completely covered. All right, that's enough of that, but I'm happy. Okay, last video on this. Got it untaped. Got very small amount of prep work to finish on this. I got some mud up under here I need to smooth out. That really was the area. Where my paint was, I want to smooth out. I had to put some paint down here. I mean, I'm sorry, tape. Had to put some down here too. It's had time to smooth out. It's very, very, very slightly tacky, so I don't want to touch this, but man, I am liking it. Now that it's kind of had time to settle in, I think it's going to be fine. real heavy in some places. Gives me room to wet sand. To be quite honest with you, I don't think it needs a heck of a lot of wet sand. It's got a little bit, but it won't take much. Show you this side. Man, it just looks like a mirror. That's what I wanted. Good and straight. All that blocking that I didn't show you on video pays off. Pays off.